Bradshaw, Laeger, and Welch. This sounds like a law firm, doesn't it? This is the view from the parking lot of Bradshaw Middle School and Elementary School. What a beautiful area. Now, this town was not named after Terry Bradshaw, the football player. It was named after an early pioneer. And the town wasn't even incorporated until 1979. And currently there's roughly 300 people that live there, most of which are below the poverty level. But what a place to grow up. It's beautiful. This is the stream that you cross as you're coming into Laeger. It's real pretty there. And when you look to the left on that bridge, you can see that building off in the back there. That's an old coal mining building, I believe. But I love old buildings like that in small old towns. It's pretty cool.
Well, hey, Motor Warriors. We are just coming on the backside of a town called Laeger, West Virginia. It looks like Laeger, but it's actually Laeger. I found that out from Mr. G 1965. And for Mr. and Mrs. McStash, see, my favorite riding buddy, Glow Chicks, is right back there if you can see her in the mirror. Anyway, I tell you, if you've never ridden the head of the dragon, you really need to do it. I mean, the back of the dragon is fun, but it goes like up one road and one, like basically one direction type of deal. You can go back and forth over it, but it goes like fairly straight. On the head of the dragon, you're actually kind of going some different roads and seeing different scenery and going through old coal mining towns and something else. It's just a beautiful, beautiful ride. And then you get through some areas where it's kind of open and the sun warms you up and you get kind of hot going through with it, especially with the full face. But then you start going up in elevation, you get into an area of twisties, that mountain on either side, and you get all kinds of shade, and it just it feels so cool. So if you've never ridden the head of the dragon up here, you need to make a special plan to do it. It's something else. If you want to see what old coal mining towns look like, it's the way to go. But I'll do another little segment up here showing you what this area looks like. I just don't want to make a video that's too long, but we're about to come out of it and hit some twisties up here, so I'm going to turn my camera back off. I don't want anything to incriminate me if I go too fast. Well, hey, Motor Warriors, we're on the 52. I think they call this like a bypass for Welch. I don't remember if I put it in a previous video or not, but Welch is the actual birthplace of that famous YouTuber Mr. G in 1965. And you can see in the mirror there that I got my favorite riding buddy back there, Glow Chicks. And I think I've said it about in 3 different videos that Mr. McStash and Mrs. McStash, I mention it for them because they were wondering if we were riding together very often, and we ride together a lot. And I keep mentioning the McStashes because I think they're great Americans, and I like to give a shout out to great Americans once in a while. So if you don't know the McStashes, you should go over and check out their channel, and you tell them TennRides sent you. But that must be a prison right there. It's all barbed wire fence and stuff. And considering this ain't the Philippines and random people don't put razor wire around their fencing, it's got to be a prison. But I tell you what, it sure is a pretty ride on this trip. doing this back, or the head of the dragon, is absolutely beautiful. And I can't, you know, say enough about how you should try and make a way to do this ride. It's 91 miles, but it's worth it. You know, it's a 91-mile ride from Tazewell all the way around the loop here, and it's a good time, especially if you've got somebody with you to enjoy it and stop somewhere and get something to eat, something to drink. You know, take your time. It's so pretty. You don't want to race through here and just shoot by everything. You'll miss so much. And of course, if you shoot through some of these small towns that have like zero revenue, you know, they might have a cop, and if that cop's on duty, it'll be when you're screaming through town and he's like, yeehaw, we get some ticket money now, boys. So if you come through these small towns like this, you really want to be careful. But I believe we're pretty close to the end of Welch now. Oh, look at a fancy state patrol or state police cars. Those are cool. Shoe Show. That's the name of that building, or that company. Alright, well, I hope you all are out getting a chance to ride and that you're having a safe and fun summer. Until next time, remember to live your lives with the heart of a Viking warrior. Bye for now.